Have you ever wondered why certain insects appear in your home at specific moments? These tiny creatures may hold profound messages for you from the universe. Yes, insects can be more than just part of our everyday lives. They can be spiritual messengers, guiding us through our journey of self-discovery and awareness. In the spiritual realm, everything happens for a reason. Every encounter, every presence has significance. Insects, in particular, often serve as symbols or signals from a higher power or the universe itself. When they show up unexpectedly, they invite us to pause and reflect. What are they trying to tell us? Think about the energy in your surroundings. Insects can indicate shifts or disturbances in your spiritual wellness. Their appearance often correlates with larger patterns in our lives, urging us to take notice. Next time you spot an insect, ask yourself, what does this small creature reveal about my life right now? Are you paying attention? The universe is constantly communicating with us, weaving signs and symbols into the fabric of our everyday lives. Every moment is an opportunity for connection and understanding. When we begin to recognize that nothing happens by chance, our awareness expands, allowing us to engage with the world around us on a deeper level. These signs often come through our interactions with nature, the people we meet, and the experiences we encounter. The rustle of leaves, the chirping of birds, or even an unexpected encounter can all carry messages. By tuning into these moments, we can discover insights and guidance that resonate with our current situations. Embracing this belief transforms the mundane into the extraordinary. Each experience becomes meaningful, filled with potential lessons and reflections. The universe invites us to stay alert, take note, and connect with our surroundings. As we do, we foster a richer, more fulfilling life, learning to trust the signs that guide our journey. Insects are not just simple creatures. They can serve as powerful symbols of energetic influences within our lives. Each type of insect carries its own unique message and vibration, often reflecting the emotional or spiritual state we may be experiencing. When we observe these appearances, we gain insight into what energies are present and how they relate to our current circumstances. For instance, the flutter of a butterfly might symbolize transformation and the beauty of change, while the steady march of ants may represent the importance of teamwork and community. Understanding these symbols allows us to draw meaningful connections between what we encounter in the physical world and our inner emotional landscapes. Each insect becomes a clue in our personal growth journey, perhaps nudging us towards self-awareness or action. Recognizing the parallels between these physical manifestations and their spiritual messages opens doors to deeper understanding. It encourages us to reflect on our experiences and to explore how they resonate within us. By paying attention to these symbolic insect visits, we connect more profoundly with our own energy and the universe, allowing their messages to guide us towards growth and enlightenment. Cockroaches often serve as stark symbols of accumulated negative energy in our lives. Their presence can signal that it's time to acknowledge the emotional clutter we might be carrying. Rather than simply viewing them as unwanted pests, we can see them as indicators of spiritual imbalance, reminding us that we need to cleanse and rejuvenate our inner selves. When cockroaches appear, it often coincides with feelings of exhaustion or overwhelm. This might manifest as stress from work, unresolved emotions, or negative influences from the environment around us. Recognizing their message encourages us to reflect on what negativity we've allowed to build up and the importance of releasing it to restore our peace and vitality. Embracing the symbolism of cockroaches invites us to take proactive steps towards spiritual cleansing. This can include practices such as meditation, energy clearing rituals, or even decluttering our physical spaces. By actively addressing the energy they symbolize, we create room for positivity to flourish, transforming our internal landscape into one of light and renewal. Spiders serve as powerful symbols, often warning us about potential entrapment in spiritual cycles. Their intricate webs can represent the complex layers of our lives, where we might become stuck or ensnared by circumstances that hinder our personal growth. Recognizing these signs can prompt us to assess whether we're trapped in patterns that limit our freedom and joy. Encounters with spiders can shine a light on unseen influences, perhaps patterns or relationships that are preventing us from moving forward. This symbolism encourages introspection, asking us to consider which aspects of our lives feel restrictive. Are there fears, doubts, or toxic dynamics holding us back? Understanding this message can empower us to break free from these constraints. By acknowledging the presence of spiders, we open ourselves to the potential for transformation. They remind us to confront what binds us, inspiring us to weave a new narrative that aligns with our true selves. Embracing their message encourages action towards liberation, inviting us to dissolve obstacles and step confidently into our personal evolution. The emergence of black butterflies symbolizes profound transformations on the horizon. Their appearance often signals the end of one cycle and the beginning of another, inviting us to embrace the changes that may be unfolding in our lives. This powerful symbolism encourages us to let go of the past, making space for new experiences and growth. Black butterflies remind us that change can be both beautiful and challenging, carrying with it lessons we may need to learn. They serve as a gentle nudge to reflect on what areas of our lives require transformation. Are there old habits, beliefs, or situations that no longer serve us? Their presence prompts us to face these truths and bravely navigate the transitions ahead. When we witness a black butterfly, we are reminded of our own potential for rebirth. Each flutter of their wings symbolizes the strength it takes to embrace change and the exciting possibilities that lie just beyond our comfort zones. Welcoming their message inspires us to trust in the journey of transformation, encouraging us to spread our own wings and soar into new beginnings. The presence of flies often signifies toxic energy and spiritual contamination in our environments. These small yet persistent creatures can represent areas in our lives plagued by emotional distress or unresolved negativity. Their appearance serves as a critical alert, urging us to examine the sources of toxicity that may be lingering around us. Flies can highlight spiritual attacks or influences that drain our energy and hinder our well-being. Recognizing this message is essential. It calls for immediate attention to areas of our lives where we feel overwhelmed, anxious, or out of balance. Are there relationships, situations, or environments that feel suffocating? Addressing these concerns is vital for our spiritual health. Interpreting the presence of flies invites us to take proactive steps toward cleansing and protection. This could involve clearing negative energies through rituals, setting healthy boundaries, or seeking out supportive environments. By acknowledging the warning flies represent, we empower ourselves to reclaim our space and protect our spiritual well-being, fostering a renewed sense of clarity and vitality. Ants serve as potent warnings regarding surveillance and energy drainage in our lives. Their relentless movement and tendency to gather suggest that we may be under the influence of external forces seeking to control or manipulate our spiritual path. Recognizing this message becomes crucial in safeguarding our energy and intentions. The presence of ants can indicate that there are negative influences surrounding us, possibly from people or situations that do not have our best interests at heart. This might manifest as emotional turbulence or feelings of being overwhelmed. It offers a critical opportunity to step back and evaluate whom or what we allow into our energetic space, ensuring it aligns with our spiritual journey. By heeding the warning of ants, we can take proactive steps to protect our energy. This could involve setting firm boundaries, cutting ties with draining relationships, or engaging in practices that enhance our mental and spiritual clarity. Acknowledging their message empowers us to reclaim our narrative, ensuring that we remain the true stewards of our spiritual paths. Energetic awareness is crucial in navigating the complexities of our spiritual lives. By being attuned to the energies around us, we can better understand how external influences impact our emotional and spiritual well-being. This awareness helps us to recognize subtle signs and shifts that may manifest through the appearance of insects, encouraging us to pause and reflect on our inner states. Observing personal energy and the dynamics of our relationships becomes essential when insects appear. These moments can serve as triggers to assess whether certain connections uplift us or drain our energy. The presence of insects acts as a reminder to check in with ourselves and evaluate the balance of energies we're encountering daily. Cultivating energetic awareness allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. It empowers us to create a more harmonious environment, both internally and externally. By aligning ourselves with positive influences and being mindful of those that disrupt our peace, we foster a more thriving and fulfilling spiritual journey. Responding to resident insects requires a proactive approach to maintaining both spiritual and physical cleanliness. It is essential to create an environment that supports positive energies while minimizing disturbances. Regular decluttering, cleaning, and organizing your space not only keeps it physically tidy, but also energetically clear, fostering a sense of calm and balance. Incorporating spiritual practices such as sage smudging or using essential oils can help purify the atmosphere, dispelling negative influences. Setting intentions during these rituals reinforces your commitment to protecting your space. Additionally, surrounding yourself with uplifting symbols or plants can create an inviting and positive energy, encouraging beneficial insects while deterring unwanted ones. Ultimately, being proactive in responding to resident insects encourages us to remain in tune with our environments. It empowers us to take charge of our spiritual health and reinforces the notion that we have control over the energies we allow to persist in our lives. By enhancing our living spaces, we pave the way for clarity, serenity, and spiritual growth. Repeated insect sightings without logical explanations often signify signs of spiritual imbalance or disturbances in our lives. When these occurrences multiply, they can be seen as invitations to explore what might be amiss in our emotional or spiritual state. This phenomenon suggests that there are underlying issues that require our attention, potentially hindering our growth and well-being. These insect visits may be manifestations of unresolved conflicts, emotional baggage, or stagnant energies that are ready to be released. Recognizing these patterns encourages us to look inward and reflect on our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. What is the universe trying to communicate through these repeated encounters? It seeks to guide us toward healing and greater self-awareness. Addressing the signs of spiritual imbalance is vital for nurturing our inner harmony. Taking the time to meditate, journal, or engage in self-care practices allows us to reconnect with ourselves and identify areas needing attention. By acknowledging these signs, we open the door to transformation, fostering a more balanced and fulfilling spiritual path. Spiritual vigilance is essential in navigating the complexities of our inner and outer worlds. It calls us to reflect on our experiences with the signs that the universe presents us, especially those conveyed through insects. Such reflections not only deepen our understanding but also strengthen our connection to our spiritual journeys, reminding us to remain open and aware. Engaging in personal sharing about these experiences fosters community and support. When we express our thoughts, stories, and insights, we create a collective wisdom that enhances our spiritual growth. By sharing what we learn, we inspire and uplift one another, encouraging others to also pay attention to the signs that guide them. Reinforcing the need for spiritual hygiene means being mindful of the energies we cultivate in our lives. It reminds us to regularly cleanse our spaces and ourselves, ensuring we maintain a healthy environment for growth. As we embrace the lessons from the universe and keep our awareness sharp, we enable ourselves to thrive on our spiritual paths and remain aligned with our true essence. Your experiences matter, and sharing them can enrich our collective journey. We invite you to comment below about any encounters you've had with insects or other signs that resonate with you. What messages have you interpreted, and how have they influenced your path? Your stories can inspire others to reflect on their own experiences and awaken a deeper understanding of spiritual messages. Engaging with this content is an opportunity for continued exploration and learning. We encourage you to stay connected, diving deeper into the meanings behind the signs you notice in daily life. By doing so, we support each other in becoming more aware and responsive to the subtle whispers of the universe. As you embark on this journey of spiritual awareness, remember that every encounter holds potential for growth and insight. Let your curiosity guide you and remain open to the messages that await. Together, we can cultivate a community that thrives on understanding and sharing the wisdom offered by the universe.